Hi, it's me, Rachel Lynn, and today's Financial Friday is my December budget recap. Alright, I'm going to be honest with you here. It is actually December 30th, and so there might be a couple more things that come out. If there is anything else that comes out, it would probably be gas for my car, and that's probably about it. Anything else that I would need to spend money on, I would probably use gift cards or cash that I have, so I'm really not too worried about this. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you how I did this month. I am going to do things a little bit differently. I have made things a little bit bigger for you to see, but I'm going to go through each separate category and then at the end kind of show you where I ended up so that you can see how much I put towards debt this month. Because of the way that I have changed things in my budget, I am now officially putting how much I put towards debt up at the top, unlike how if you've seen my other budgets, then you'll know that I never really put that in there, but now I have started to do that. So I'm going to leave that as a surprise at the end. So going over my gas allocation, like I said, I might spend some more in gas. I would probably prefer to fill up before the end of the month, just so that I start the month afresh and I don't have, like, it doesn't come from my January gas budget just in case. But yeah, especially because I have so much left over, but I don't know if I'll get to do that or not, but maybe. So this is the one thing that might come out. I spent $19.35 at Kroger, and then I actually spent $10. I used my card and my mom gave me cash because we were using my dad's old car and it needed gas, and so she actually paid for the gas because it's not my car. But I just took the $10 cash and just used that because I know I had extra in my gas budget, and so that's kind of like extra cash for me. Of course, my gas tank does not hold very much, so at the most it would be no more than $25 more that would come out, and even that is way overestimating. It's usually closer to $20, unless gas prices are extremely high, then it might be like $23. So for my grocery budget, I spent $32.97 at Kroger. I spent $7.32 at Walmart for snacks for my class, which I get reimbursed for that. I spent $18.37 at Walmart. I don't even remember what I got, actually. And then down here, I just added this in. This is a budget adjustment. For some very, very odd reason, my budget was not coming out right. At first, it was off by $13. Then it was off by like $5. And then it was like $7, and now it's $18. I have no idea what happened. I think something happened when it came to using money out of my sinking funds this month, and I think I must have miscalculated somewhere, and so I just had like an extra missing $18, and I really, really hate that, but I just can't find it, and I'm not going to go back and redo all that math because it was a lot of math, because when you see my sinking funds section, you'll know why there were some mess ups. But you know, I'm not perfect, my budget's not perfect, and I have some extra money, so I have $22 left even after the budget adjustment in my groceries allocation, so I'm not too upset about it. I'm just upset more because the math didn't come out right, and I like it to come out right. Alright, next up was my teaching allocation. I spent $10.60 at Target, I spent $11 at Michael's, and I spent $50.25 at Scholastic. That was partially some listening center books, but then it was also the books that I got for my kids for Christmas, their Christmas gift. So I still had $28.15 left in my budget after that, so that was awesome. For my spending allocation, I spent $30.74 at the Apple Store. I got a new battery for my iPhone 6. I spent $7.62 at the cinemas, and then I spent $15 at Walmart. This was part of a much bigger purchase, which is why it is starred. But even so, I still had $31.64 left in that budget. My restaurant allocation, I spent $5.40 at Subway, I spent $6.03 at McDonald's, and I spent $26.72 at a cafe. This was the last day of school before we had our Christmas break, and so some teachers went out and we had brunch, and it was delicious, and I splurged and spent way more than I normally spend, knowing that I had enough money in my budget and I haven't spent anything else in my restaurant budget, so I do not regret this at all because I still have $11.85 left over. Alright, now for my income, this is like my favorite part of the month. I got paid my regular paycheck, $1149.74. I got paid interest for my sinking funds and my savings account, $8.67. I got a Capital One bonus for $45. I made $20 from branded surveys. I was reimbursed for my snacks that I buy for my kids at school for $73.91. I got paid from Churchill. This was working Thanksgiving and the day after for $338.92. I got my second paycheck for $1,149.74. I got a school bonus, actually, for $75. It's just kind of like a Christmas bonus. Our school did that last year, and we got it again this year, which was very, very nice. I also got a bank bonus. I just randomly saw this, that on my regular bank account, I saw this little thing and it said 4,300 points, and I was like, what is this? And I clicked on it and it said, you have earned enough for these gift cards. And I picked out a $25 Sephora gift card, which I just got in the mail. And then when I went back to my bank account, it still said I had the same amount of points, and so I clicked on it again just to be sure, like maybe it hadn't updated yet, and it said you still have 2,300 points. I don't know why I didn't see it, but I didn't see it until after I had requested the Sephora gift card, which I will definitely use because I do need some new makeup soon. But it said there was a cash option, and so I clicked on that and it said that you can cash out the rest of your points, and I had 2,319 points, and so I cashed it out, and they put it right into my bank account. And this is just my regular bank. Like I was shocked. So I got $23.19. I also deposited $80 in cash. This is from tips from I think like Thanksgiving, and then I also sold a lot of books to Half Price Bookstore, and they pay you in cash, and so I actually put in $80. So in total, I made $2,964.17 this month. So now I'm going to look at my sinking funds for this month, and you're going to see now why there was probably a lot of confusion on what money was owed where, because different funds came out of different sinking funds accounts, and some of it came from my main bank account, and like, because some purchases I made, like I purchased from one place, but some came from the gifts account, some came from my main bank account, and some maybe, I don't know, like the medical fund, there was a medical fund, there's a gifts fund, and so there was just money coming and going all over the place, and so it's no wonder I was off by $18. So anyway, my loans account, I paid Navient $150. I paid Kentucky Higher Education Student Loan Corporation $200. That was just kind of like a test, just to like make sure that it cleared my bank before I tried to make a bigger payment. And then on the 13th, I actually paid this loan in full, $10,491.98. Hooray! And then on the 16th, I paid my Nelnet account $273.66. That's actually technically my rent payment. I paid $4.95 to Kroger for prescription eye drops from my medical fund. Most of the rest of this is my gifts funds. Medical fund was $9.34. I had a stuffy nose and sinuses, and I just got like a feel better breakfast just because I wasn't feeling good, and so I bought donuts and a little coffee, you know, a refrigerated coffee drink. It was like $3 extra. The rest of it was medicine, but I decided to count it all towards that. I spent $50 towards clothing. This was Christmas attire, and then I also just got a regular black sweater with buttons because I have a white sweater with buttons and I don't have a black one. And then I spent $6.37 at Walmart. This was part of this Walmart purchase. See, there's, I mean, I think that might be what messed me up really, because it was going everywhere. Then I spent $5.66 on Amazon for a different gift for my brother, and that actually has not cleared my bank account yet. And I spent $795.34 from a separate loans account. It was a separate account that I just had extra money in there, and it was an overpayment to my smallest loan of $6 for Navient, and so I have actually put a huge dent in that loan. Not exactly a sinking fund. I spent $255 on beginning new diet bets for the new year. If you want to know more about that, you can see my weight loss goals video that I posted on Wednesday. I had about $400 or so left over from my gifts fund because I spent so little on gifts this year. So I decided to use that money to go towards starting new diet bets. Okay, so now for the big ones. I spent $125 to give to my church. That is $25 a week, and there were 5 Saturdays, because it comes out automatically on Saturdays. There were 5 Saturdays in December. I did not put anything extra towards savings. I did make this payment, but it came from a separate account, so it didn't come from my main bank account, which is what this comes from. I also did the same thing with my graduate loan payment. And then from my main bank account, I have put $2,214.40 to pay towards my student loans. I might have to use some of that money for gas, like I said before, but if I do, you know, it'll be very, very close to this amount. I put $0 towards my extra checking fund. It's really just like half my emergency fund. I put $274.54 total towards my sinking funds. I paid $15.89 to my HP Instant Ink, and then Verizon I paid $53.16, and Netflix I paid $10.99. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through all of this. This is all the exact same information that you can see where I was over, where I was under. I like that this is a negative number because that means I put way more towards my student loans than originally planned. Sinking funds, I put a little bit more towards sinking funds than planned. Everything else except for Verizon, 9 cents, but I'm going to readjust how much I am putting towards that. But everything else, I was under budget. So this is 2 months in a row that I have stayed under budget, and I think being under budget in December is a huge deal as well. And actually, I've never really taken time to look at this, but looking at this number right here, I am actually over budget, like my whole budget, by $664.69. But if you look right here, that's the extra income that I made this month. So you know that I have put all of this extra plus this extra towards my student loans. And then really quickly, I'm going to recap where my sinking funds ended up. So I did spend $52.42 on gifts. A lot of the other money that I spent came from different categories, or it came from gift cards that I used and things like that. Or I paid at a different time. So I did spend more than $52 on gifts. But as far as this month is concerned and coming out of my bank account and things like that, that's where I stayed. I ended up putting miscellaneous $255. It's really coming from this account, but I wanted to keep it separate just to see that this is the diet bets that I'm starting. And then the rest of that money I actually ended up allocating in different sinking fund allocations just to kind of like beef some other things up. So if you have seen my January budget setup video, you will see where some of these totals are actually more from what I'm starting with. So car repairs, replacement, clothing, medical, I did spend some medical and clothing, laptop, family time, and extra change. Down here you can see I have a separate bank account where I take my graduate loans account out of. This is where most of the payments that I made, it came from this account. So I actually used that account to make the other payments, and I still had all this money left over. So what I did is I made a huge $795 payment, brought that total down to $100. I have a $100 buffer in that account. It just makes me feel safer knowing that I have a little bit just in case. You can see here my sinking funds are slightly complicated as I added and subtracted money. My extra checking account, that is half of my emergency fund. This is my extra savings account. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with it, if I'm going to take that $8.02 and put it somewhere else, or if I'm going to start putting some money in there for savings, just for extra savings. I don't know that I want to do that. I know Dave Ramsey doesn't really recommend that you do that, but I like the idea of doing that, and so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So right now, I'm not doing anything with it. I'm just leaving it there. I do have a record of how much I have in all of my accounts, and it used to be so huge. It used to be like over $12,000, and now it's like $2,000. I have no money, but I have one less student loan left, so that's good. And then I have designated this account right here is going to be my undergraduate Nelnet account, just to, like, it's a separate bank account, and I will transfer money there, and then all the payments come out automatically from this account. Just like my Navient loans account, I like to keep a little bit of a buffer in there, so I do have $100 just as a buffer, just in case. I really don't know what $100 would do. I kind of feel like I would prefer to have a one payment buffer, but right now it's just 100, and maybe I'll get to that point where I can, you know, have like one payment as a buffer. So this one would be like $273 and something cents as a buffer, and although I'd probably round up. And then this one would be probably like a $150 to $200 buffer. I like the idea that just in case something happens, I don't get money transferred in time or something like that. I just kind of feel like I need a buffer. I like buffers. So that is my December budget recap. If I had to give myself a grade for this month, I really think that I would give myself an A+. Like, I am so super stoked at everything that I was able to do this month. Stay within budget in every single category, except I put a little extra towards my sinking funds and a lot extra towards my paying off my student loans. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you agree with my grade. Let me know how you did in the month of December and how your budget went. If you are super curious on whether or not I ended up spending that extra money on gas or anything else that has made anything change in this budget, then check out my Spending Saturday, which I will actually be posting tomorrow, and you will find out if I spent any other extra money, because I will recap everything that I spent for the week, including cash and gift cards, and then if I had to get gas, I'll let you know as well. Don't forget to like this video because it was an awesome month, and also don't forget to subscribe if you are not already, and continue to watch me get out of my student loan debt as well as losing some weight along the way. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.